in the first game. It doesn't do this in other games. Okay, good to know, because I hate it. I read so much faster than it can read to me that it makes my brain cry.
The Geth are a humanoid race of networked AIs. They were created by the Quarians 300 years ago as tools of labor and war. When the Geth showed signs of self-evolution, the Quarians attempted to exterminate them.
Dark.
The Geth won the resulting war. This example has led to legal, systematic repression of artificial intelligences
they're the
in
Borg.
Galactic society.
I'm reading
The Geth
ahead and they're
possess
the
a
Borg.
unique distributed intelligence. An individual has rudimentary animal instincts, but as their numbers and proximity increase, the apparent intelligence of each individual improves. In groups, they can reason, analyze situations, and use tactics, as well as any organic race.
That last
Geth
paragraph is
space
so Star
located
Wars
at the
coded.
trailing end of the Perseus arm, beyond the lawless terminus systems. The Perseus
Like
veil,
if someone mass-produced the Borg and then the Borg
nebula of
unionized,
opaque
yeah.
gas and dust,
Not
lies
saying it was
between their
aliens, but it
space
was
and the
aliens.
terminus systems.
The Geth built the pyramids, pass it on. Except not, because that's some racist shit.
After the Geth
I
secure
hate
location,
these!
they round up and impale dead and living bodies on mechanical spikes. The spikes rapidly transform these victims into withered husks, extracting water and trace minerals, and replacing them with cybernetics.
I hate it.
The cybernetics reanimate the lifeless flesh and tissue, transforming the bodies into mindless killing machines.
No,
Some
I don't
Alliance
want to get
soldiers
used
refer
to them,
the
Captain
husk-generating
Barbosa.
spikes as dragon's teeth, a reference to the mythological berserkers who sprang up from the earth wherever the teeth of the dragon Eris were planted. Dragon's teeth and husks bear little resemblance to other pieces of Geth technology. No one is sure why a synthetic
So,
race
stolen from
would
the
bother to
Protheans,
drain
maybe?
the minuscule amount of recoverable resources from organic corpses, though the value of reusing them as shock troops is obvious. The Citadel is an ancient deep space station, presumably constructed by the Protheans. Since the Prothean extinction, numerous species have come to call the Citadel home. It serves as the political, cultural, and
How
financial
long are these
capital
games,
of the
by the
Galactic
way?
community.
Are they like as long
To
as the
represent their
Dragon Age
interests,
games?
most species maintain embassies
Like,
on
I'm
the
wondering
Presidium,
how long
the
it's going to take
Citadel's
me to play
inner
all
ring.
three.
The Citadel Tower in the center of the Presidium.
I do have all the
holds the Citadel
DLCs.
Council chambers.
I need to
Council
research whether I
affairs often
should
have
play them all or
far-reaching
not.
effects
Yes?
on the
Oh,
rest of the
God.
galactic community.
Okay. This is going to be a
5
long
arms,
project.
known as the wards, extend from the Presidium.
The other
Their
two
inner
are longer.
surfaces have been
Okay.
built into cities, populated by millions of inhabitants from across the galaxy. The Citadel is virtually indestructible. If attacked, the station can close its arms to form a solid, impregnable shell. For as long as the station has existed, an enigmatic race called the Keepers has maintained it.
I was talking during that and I didn't hear any of it. Okay, I'm just going to skip this quickly. Maintain embassies, Citadel Tower, far-reaching effects, arms known as the wards, millions of inhabitants. Interesting. Okay, so a whole lot of people.
The terminus systems are located on the far side of the Adhikari Traverse,
Others are
beyond
longer,
the space
especially once you add
administered by the
DLC.
Citadel
Okay, good to know.
Council or claimed
I
by
don't-
the Human Systems Alliance.
I did
It is
not play all the
populated by a
DLC
loose
for Origins
affiliation of
because I hated
minor
Origins
species,
so much. So, like, I'm
united
not a
only in their
completionist in that
refusal to
sense. If
acknowledge
I'm
the
enjoying
political
myself, I'll
authority of
probably
the
play all the
Council
DLC.
or adhere
We'll see
to
how
the
it goes.
Citadel conventions. Their independence comes at a price. The terminus is fraught with conflict. War among the various species is common, as governments and dictators constantly rise and fall. The region is a haven for illegal activities, particularly piracy and the slave trade. At least once a year, a fleet from the terminus invades the nearby Adhikari Traverse. These attacks are typically small raids against poorly defended colonies. The Council rarely retaliates, as sending patrols into the terminus systems
Definitely do
could
Citadel and
unify
Mass
the
Effect 3, 'cause
disparate
that's just fun as
species
shit.
against
Okay.
their common foe, triggering a long and costly war.
Alright.
Combat hard suits use a dual-layer system to protect
What
the
is
wearer.
that?
The inner layer consists of fabric armor with kinetic padding. Areas that don't need to be flexible, such as the chest or shins, are reinforced with sheets of lightweight, ablative ceramic. The outer layer consists of automatically generated kinetic barriers. Objects traveling above a certain speed will trigger the barrier's reflex system and be deflected, provided there is
I bought
enough
the
energy
legendary
left in the shield's
edition,
power
which,
cell.
as I understand it, is
Armored
all 3
hardsuits
games
are
and all the
sealable to protect the
DLCs.
wearer from extremes of temperature and atmosphere. Standard equipment includes an onboard mini-frame and a communications, navigation, and sensing suite. The mini-frame is designed to accept and display data from a weapon's smart targeting system to make it easier to locate and eliminate enemies. Kinetic barriers, more commonly called shields, provide protection against most mass accelerator weapons. Whether on a starship or a soldier's suit of armor, the basic principle remains the same. Kinetic barriers are repulsive mass effect fields, projected from tiny emitters. These shields safely deflect small objects traveling at rapid velocities. This affords protection from bullets and other dangerous projectiles, but still allows the user to sit down without knocking away their chair. The shielding afforded by kinetic barriers does not protect against extremes of temperature, toxins, or radiation.
Okay. Oh, God. I've already read that. Citadel is equipped with Mass Effect generating element 0 cores. Most of the gravity is generated by the centrifugal force of rotation. I don't care about any of that. Give me this. Development of practical manufacturing Omni tools allows modern militaries a great deal of flexibility in equipment loadouts. Vast number of field modification kits or upgrades are available. Upgrade kit consists of less than a dozen unique parts and an optical storage disk loaded onto an Omnisilo tool. Provides all technical specs required to manufacture the tools. Assembly is modular. Installation can be completed in less than a minute. Quite possible for a trained customized gear on the battlefield to fit the current tactical situation. Alright, we have viewed all entries. We have viewed all entries? Okay. What? There's even more?
The Citadel
No!
is an ancient... Spectres are agents from the Office of Special Tactics and Reconnaissance, and answer only to the Citadel Council.
Bye, friend.
They are
Thanks for
elite military
joining,
operatives,
fellow
granted the
Theodora.
authority to deal with
Bye-bye.
threats to peace and stability in whatever way they deem necessary. They operate independently or in groups of 2 or 3. Some are empathetic peacekeepers, resolving disputes through diplomacy. Others are cold-blooded assassins, ruthlessly dispatching problem individuals. All get the job done one way or another, often operating outside the bounds of galactic law. The Spectres were founded after the Solarians joined the Council.
I'm almost done
For
here.
many years, they operated in secrecy as backroom problem solvers. Only after the Krogan rebellions did their activities become publicized. Assignment of a Spectre is less contentious than a military deployment, but makes it clear that the Council is concerned about a situation.
Alright, I think we have viewed all entries. Alright, you want me to open options? What are we looking at, friend? Okay. Toggle walk? Oh, is that how I run? Use... I sprint with spacebar? Oh. This is so many keys. Yes, yes, Joe, I did. I did jog slowly through the entire prologue because every time I just automatically was trying to use the Veilguard keys, so I just kept hitting shift, which like opens up my HUD essentially, which was maybe like 30% of the screaming that was happening. I can drive in this game? Jump jets. Okay. Okay, so quick slot. Bindings for special stuff, like my talents and throwing things and that sort of stuff in combat. Okay. Ah! No. I haven't met the stuff I can drive yet. So what is this? Binding quick slot 1 will unbind shoot. Do I want to do that, Heather? Or like reset stuff? I don't fully know how to use these. Okay, no, alright. Excuse me. On your HUD and talent screen, you can bind things so you use things more, like, ever. Okay. So is this something to do when I'm, like, for the love of God, please murder something with my powers? So should I, like, open my menu here? Oh, I can't. That's how I run! Oh, you bitches, that's how it works. Okay, so if I hit T. Whoa. Oh, I can, oh, that's very slow. That's how I walk. And then jog. What about run? Nope, it's the toggle is between walk and jog. I don't think you can out of combat. I did whatever Heather told me to do. Take it up with Heather. Didn't you say yourself that I was just gonna run up and want to biotic people?
Glad to see you're okay, Commander. Commander, I'm glad to see you're okay. Losing Jenkins was hard on the crew, and
I will love it.
I'm glad we didn't lose you too.
Sounds like something I'll enjoy. Soldiers die is fucking brutal.
Things were pretty rough down there.
Yeah, you never get used to
He hits on me?
Doesn't seem
Ew.
right. But at least
Ew.
you stopped Saren from wiping out the whole colony.
I couldn't have done it without you.
Ew.
We're Marines. We stick together.
That sounded vibey,
I'm just
which
sorry
was not
we
my
lost
intention.
Jenkins.
Biotic charge is like using myself as a bet. Yep, that's exactly what I want. Thank you. I don't care about him.
There's nothing you could have done to save him.
I know that, but I don't have to like it. It's been a hell of a shakedown, Cruz. Our first mission ends with one Spectre killing another.
Maybe I am gonna be a
The Citadel
renegade.
Council's not gonna be happy about that. Probably use it to lever.
How is it
more
my
concessions
fault
out of the
that one
Alliance.
person killed another? They weren't even humans, man. That's not my responsibility. Like, they're not in my military command in the Alliance. Keep it to yourself. Seems like you've been around. What does that even mean? What are these choices? Don't worry about it. Seems like you've been around? Seems like, hey, Caden, seems like you really get around, dude. Shepard looking about to lose a guy in 10 days on the extra end. I genuinely don't know what some of these choices mean, so I'm gonna be such a ruthless evil ship. That seems possible. I'm just gonna go with don't worry about it because I don't. This feels very aggro. No, you know what? I want to be aggro. Let's be aggro.
There's something big coming. I don't want anyone messing it up. You with me, Lieutenant?
5 by 5. You're running out before we go ashore.
Just secure your mouth.
Keep your concerns in check. We don't want to get a rep for questioning orders.
Oh no! Wait, how did Paragon go up? I thought I was being rude. That was fun.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
Well,
enlisted
how
right
did
out
I
of
get
med school.
Paragon out of that?
Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined.
Yeah.
But humanity needs the Alliance.
How
They
did that
want to keep
ever sound
expanding through the
romantic,
Traverse,
lady?
And the Alliance always
Excuse
needs
me,
good
doctor
doctors.
lady.
So I stayed on to do my part.
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth. Or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers.
I picked one option that
If I
did
left
that,
the
so I got
Alliance now,
more
I'd feel like I
Paragon
was
than Renegade.
abandoning them.
Huh. Interesting. I truly thought all of my options that I chose were rude. Or I guess I did maybe ask one about like how you holding up or something like that, so maybe that was my one non-rude one that outweighed all of my rude choices. She was like 25 at that. Oh, okay, that's fair, that's fair.
What do you know about Captain Anderson?
I've served with him for a few tours now. He knows when to let things slide and when to crack the whip. The crew knows he's seen pretty much anything they'll ever run into. And he cares about the people under his command.
But not Geth.
How well do you know the lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive service record. Over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
I got both, but I got Paragon. Yeah. L2?
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics
hates me
now
now?
use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
What kind of
I'm
complications?
good with that. I don't want him to hit on me, so
insanity,
if that's what I
physical
accomplished,
pain.
then
There's a long list of
success.
horrific things. Hayden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
Well, that all I wasn't listening, but that all seems bad. That
should
seems
go.
bad.
Goodbye,
I'm a biotic. Am I an L3? Oh, it's actually space racist.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. The crew could use some good news after what happened to Jenkins.
Do they not work with me if they hate me? He's almost always down bad. I can just keep saying the same horrible shit. So, Dragon Age 2, like, the rivalry versus friendship system or whatever it's called, I don't remember exactly, but, like, it doesn't really matter. Like, it affects, like, character friendship sort of stuff, not so much combat. Does this affect, like, combat if they don't like me, if I go Renegade? Or is it just, like, the vibes and the story that's affected by the Paragon versus Renegade stuff? Affects some options for story choices. Okay. Yeah, that's fair. Like, that's what I'm used to from Dragon Age. Am I... let me ask this before I just keep picking the options that make me laugh the most. Am I, like, locking myself out of, like, really good shit by picking the asshole dialogue options? Like, am I going to want to, like, try to actually get Paragon? Both in terms of, like, story and character stuff. So not this game. Okay. Does the whole series have the Paragon Renegade? Okay, it does. Does it carry over from game to game? Or does it, like, start fresh next game? Okay, so it carries over from game to game? Okay. So next game, by the time I'm in next game, I will want to be Paragon. Okay. Okay. So I will reset. But if I'm known as an asshole this game, that carries over, I assume is what you're saying. I have a reputation that will pre-inform choices. Okay. Okay. But I can change people's minds. Is it going to be like a limiting factor in Mass Effect 2 that I'm not going to enjoy, which I realize is a hard question for you to answer, but I feel like you guys have a pretty good understanding of what I like and what I want out of my media. Three than two. Okay. Gaming systems are different. Don't think so. It just offers different choices. Okay. Like, I'm not gonna sit and just, like, intentionally go for Renegade. I'm gonna pick whatever choice appeals to me in the moment, unless it seems like I should steer away from Renegade because that's going to set in motion things that I hate. Physically grow scars and scare people. You'll physically change in Mass Effect 2 if you're more Renegade. I don't mind that. You'd have to try real hard to make everyone hate you. No, that's not true. Okay. Alright. So for now, you can easily make everyone hate you. Okay, that's good to know. Alright, for now I'll try to do a balance of stuff, and I'll read more about it after, you know, before I play next time, just to make sure I'm not fucking myself here. So I will say the nice thing, even though I don't give a fuck about this
Jenkins was
man.
a valuable part of this crew.
Part of me feels guilty over what happened. If Jenkins was still alive, I might not be here.
You're a good soldier, Williams. You belong on the Normandy.
Thanks, Commander. I appreciate that.
I need to go speak with Joker.
Goodbye, Commander.
I didn't get any points! Oh, the camera is gonna make me seasick when I'm running. Oh, there's nothing up here. Oh, the swaying I do not like. Can I only run for limited periods of time? She's like huffing and puffing. So now I'll get different options. Okay.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. Losing Jenkins
Man,
was hard enough.
people seem like they really liked Jenkins. And I don't give a shit. What's this? Oh. Let's finish looking around here. What? Huh? Oh! Is this where I came from? Yeah. Where's this? Oh. So that did nothing. So wait, what's this little... What's this little room? Oh, no, 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 don't make it that way, get in that way, get in that way. I'm gonna take one look at Tally and never gonna be able to be mean to her.
Good timing, Commander. I was just about to bring us into the Citadel. See that taxpayer money at work.
Flagship of the Citadel fleet.
Well,
There's
size
something
isn't
truly
everything.
dead in Ashley's
Why
eyes.
so touchy, Joker?
I'm just saying, you need firepower too.
Look at that monster. Its main gun could rip through the barriers.
Wrong
and
apostrophe!
the Alliance fleet.
Good thing it's on our side then.
Okay, right apostrophe this time.
Citadel Control, this is SSV Normandy, requesting permission to land.
Stand by for clearance, Normandy. Clearance granted. You may begin your your approach.
This is cool.
Transferring you to an Alliance operator.
Roger, Alliance Tower.
Honestly, looks great for what an old
Nobody,
game
this
this
is
is.
Alliance Tower. Please proceed to dock 422.
Like, snaps for BioWare, man. This is very, like, first time you see the Enterprise in the new Star Trek movies. That was cool. It's a beautiful game even back then.
This
Yeah.
is an outrage! The Council would step in if the Geth attacked a Turian colony?
The Turians don't found colonies on the borders of the Terminus systems, Ambassador.
Humanity was well aware of the risks when you went into the Traverse.
What about Saren? You can't just ignore a rogue Spectre. I demand action!
You don't get to make demands of the Council, Ambassador.
Citadel Security is investigating your charges against Saren.
So
will
we are
discuss
not
the
on the
CSEC
Council,
findings
then.
at the hearing, not before.
Captain Anderson, I see you brought half your crew with you.
That sounds like
Just the ground team
Alexius.
from Eden Prime. In case you had any questions.
I have the mission reports. I assume they're accurate?
They are. Sounds like you convinced the Council to give us an audience.
They were not happy about it. Saren's their top agent. They don't like him being accused of treason.
Okay, hold please. Hold please. Man, I was sure that was Alexius from Inquisition, but maybe not. No! Huh! Different person. Wild. Okay. You're laughing. I have no idea why I thought you wouldn't be Ruthless. This is hilarious to me. That was a fair assumption, because usually I find it really hard to be mean in video games. I don't know why this one was just so funny to me. I guess we'll see how that changes. I'm gonna punch so many people and hang up on the Council so much. I do usually pick punching people if that is offered to me. I did punch the shit out of the first warden in Valkar. God, I hate that armor. Oh, it's so ugly. Why? Yeah, I guess we're just gonna see. We're gonna see. They were not happy about it. Saren's their top agent. They don't like him being accused of treason. Well, he's a treasonist. He should try not being a fucking treasonist. Oh, you missed the Veilguard punch, Joe? That was on my first run through when I was playing my my elf rook. It was so funny because I was literally sitting there right beforehand being like, can I stab him? Stab, stab, stab. I want to stab. I want to stab. And then the game gave me the option to punch him and I was like, ah! I was so excited. I was nice on the second run through, but boy did I punch the shit out of that man on the first one. Okay, he's dangerous. It's the truth. They're blinds.
Saren's a threat to every human colony out there. If they don't stop him, I will.
Settle down, Commander. You've already
I also
done more
punched
than enough
Solus
to
in
jeopardize
Inquisition,
your candidacy
just
for
like
the
every
Spectres.
time you let me punch
The mission
someone
on
who's
Eden
being an
Prime was a
asshole
chance to
in
prove
like
you
a
could get the job
dialogue
done.
scene, I will do
Instead,
it.
Nihilus ended up dead and the beacon was destroyed.
That's Saren's fault, not hers.
Then we better hope the CSEC
This dude
investigation turns
sucks.
up evidence to support our
He
accusations.
sucks!
Otherwise, the Council might use this as an excuse to keep you out of the Spectres. Come with me, Captain. I want to go over a few things before the hearing.
What a
Shepard,
dick.
you and the others can meet us at the Citadel Tower, top
You
level.
good, Caden?
I'll make sure you have clearance to get in.
She's just
That's why I
like
hate
dead in the
politicians.
face. Important locations are marked.